guy up close, in terms of details, he looks pretty good, like really good actually. He has a nice heft to him. He feels like a nice paperweight. He's all plastic, there's no actual metal parts, but there's some metallic gold painting as well as red and silver all over the fucking figure. Also silver here. So yeah, it looks like it's pretty plain, but once you get it up close, the details are actually pretty good. Like, it's decently intricate, but not too much. I don't want it to look over detailed since this guy is a grunt. So for the head, it's painted really nicely, really crisp and clean. Torso, the Quila is painted in gold. Some black unpainted details here. It's just bare plastic. The blue and the black is bare plastic. Get a nice ultramarine decal on the shoulder, as well as here, this side. For the back, you get some nice metallic details for the power pack. Also some tiny little painted beads for the rivets. Next is the shoulders. Let's go back to the shoulders. I mean the arms. It's barely painted on this side. It's just bare blue plastic on black plastic, but the hands themselves have some painting. The black is painted on, I believe. Next is the right hand. It has some painting for the fucking console command thingy. That part is painted red. That's the only other red part aside from the eyes. Same fucking detail on the hand. It's painted right there. As you can see, it's black then blue. Next is the waist or the hips. I don't know if it's the hips. Yeah, it's the hips. So this dangly part is painted in gold and some white for the bones. Then the fucking pack thingies are black with some metallic silver. Same here with the bolter holster and some of the packs at the back. Moving on to the legs, in terms of detail, it's pretty bare in terms of painting, but it looks really good. It's sculpted really nicely. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the details. Now let's look at the accessories. Fuck. First is the bolt rifle. It came off. This part attaches if you can. If you want to, I mean. It has some nice painting. It has some metallic silver all over it, as well as some gold. As you can see, there's also some gold for the shells. I mean, for the casing for the shells. And the barrel itself is really nicely detailed. There's a hole inside, which is good. And this part right here, it's a really nice plastic part, plasticky rubbery part. I mean, this clips on. You just have to push it in a bit. There we go. It's better now. And there's no moving parts. You can't detach to this, but the gun is really good. It fits in really nicely with the hand as well. Next is the chainsword. Same story with the gun. Basically just a brick with no moving parts, but painted really nicely. Yeah, you can see the teeth are metallic, as well as this engine part, then the revving handle, and the best part about it is this skull. It's really nicely detailed for something so small, like your dick, Maynard. Next is the bolt pistol. I'm not saying your dick is nice, I'm just saying it's small, no homo. The bolt pistol, same story as the rest of the weapon accessories. They don't really move, but they're painted nicely. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh. Next is the holster version. You can't pull it out, it's just a detail. Yeah, you can pull it out. But there's an Imperial seal here. Oh, sorry, I mean a Purity seal right here. It's really nicely detailed for something this small. Like, it's so small, but you can kind of see the scribbles for the text. There's a ball joint here, so you can attach it to the waist. This part replaces this one if you want. Next, moving on to the hands. The first pair, aside from the pair that's already on here, right trigger finger hand and an open hand for the left hand. You also have right open hand and left trigger finger hand if you wanna switch up the weapons for the Marine, so you can hold on to them. Next are the fists, rated E for everyone. They're fists, they don't do much. Oh, forgot to mention, they're all painted black underneath and blue on the outside. The blue is bare plastic, the black is painted on. Last accessory, one of the weirdest things about this, it's the peg isn't on the center, but it's on the side, and it attaches here on the foot like that, so you can pose him whatever way you want. He doesn't need it when you're just posing him in a standing position, but when he's running or jumping and shit, you can peg him onto there. It's clear plastic, it's pretty small, but it does the job pretty well. So let's move on to the articulation now that we've thrown that shit away to the side. This guy is basically held together by ball joints. Well, not every part, but most of it is. There's a double ball joint connected to the neck and to the head, which allows the head to go up this far, go down this far, go side to side, and rotate 360. If you wanna make your Marine exercise by fucking demon or some shit. Next is the torso. Doesn't really do much. The main torso, it's segmented into two parts. Here, the upper torso and the abdomen. The upper torso is connected to the abdomen via a ball joint, I believe. So it can go up like this, and down like this, side to side, and can rotate a bit. And the fucking abdomen is connected to the crotch. It can rotate, and it can go down and up. So when you combine the two pieces to do some nice articulation, it can go up this far. It's a bit hindered by this part connecting to hitting this part, and it can go down that far, side to side. And as I already said, there's a swivel since it's a ball joint. Next is the shoulder pads, or the shoulder itself, the arm. I mean, shoulder pads are connected on the fucking donut. And the way it works is basically there's the hole for the torso, and the shoulder pad is on a ring, and it's connected here, and then the arm is connected over the shoulder pad. So the shoulder pad is separate to the arm. You can move around a bit, as you can see. And next is the arm itself. It has a bicep swivel here, and it can go up that far thanks to this mechanism on the arm. Can go up that far, not really far considering this thing is really armored. It can rotate all the way since it's connected to a ratchet. You can actually hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on camera. It's a really nice ratchet joint, and it can swing forward like so. So you can have the shoulders of the Marine going forward for some posing, like swinging a sword and shit. Next is the bicep. I mean the elbow and the bicep is connected with this joint. It can bend that far pretty good. Yeah, it's like 90 degrees or slightly more than 90 degrees, depends on how you see it. And the hand is connected on a ball joint, connected to a ball joint inside. It's a dumbbell joint. There's a hole here, just plug the hand. Really nice click noise. Next is the crotch. This part is basically just floating. Let's try to separate this. As you can see, it's just a floating piece, so it's nice for articulation and all that. Let's get this guy fixed up again. There we go. The leg is connected to a hole, and it has a peg here, and it's connected to a hole on the assembly on the crotch, so it can swing that far and swing back. Pretty hindered since it has a butt plate, like right here. It can swing back only that far. And next is the fucking, what do you call this again? What's this part? Knee. The knee joint can bend this far. It's pretty nice. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention it's on a swivel. So the thigh is on a swivel. You can rotate this far. Then moving on to the feet, Leandro's favorite part. Ooh, didn't know it could do that, honestly. It can swing down that far. Yeah, that's as far as it can go. and it can swing forward just a tiny bit. You can go side to side, and this part, the heel, no, the toe is slightly articulated, so you can have him running and shit like that on the ground, which is pretty good. That's pretty much it for the articulation. I almost forgot. Let's do the size comparison. This guy This guy stands at like 4 and something inches. Let's actually get a ruler for that. 0 inch. Kylie knows this ruler, probably Axel as well. So on the foot to the head, he's about basically 5 inches. No wait, close to 5 inches. Yeah, like so. And if you count the power pack, it's almost 5 inches. So let's compare him to some modern regular day items. This is him compared to a glue, like a big one, not the small one. He's shorter than it. Next, compare it to a bottle of Mountain Dew. Yeah, you can really see how small he is when you compare it to other objects. Next is a Chinese stapler or some shit I found on the corner. He's pretty alright. He scales pretty nicely with it. Then again, he is a small figure, so don't expect him to be like this tall just because he's a space marine. He's pretty tiny, but I kind of like him for that. That way you can store him pretty easily, and you don't have to get a big ass shelf. Just put him at the corner and make him sit down. That's pretty much it.